Welcome back to Mossy's mini allotment. Hope everyone's well, enjoying the sun. We had the first bit of rain here in weeks today, so I said I'd just have a quick walk around, just show you what's been happening since I put up an update. Most things are doing pretty well. Everything is starting to take off. A couple of things are suffering. I'll show you them and ask for a bit of advice, particularly on one of them. So as normal, let's have a quick walk around the beds. This is the first bed. This is the brassicas. So you might remember I had cabbage plants that I had bought at the back. They're obviously taken off, and then a mixture of calabrese, romanesque, cauliflower, and then some more smaller cabbage there. So everything is doing great. Starting to get the cabbage white starting to arrive now, so I'm going to have to add some netting onto that. But overall, as you can see, compared to where we were a few weeks ago, where everything was flown and all looking fairly healthy. And just take a step back, then you can see the peas. Their sugar snap, so they're doing as well as can be expected. They're in a pot, excuse me. Trying to just grow them up these canes, so they're a bit crowded, but we'll get something off them. Climbing French bean there, all hanging on, climbing tall. So just scan over onto the second bed then. So we'll come to the back in a second. Since I talked to you last, I'd since put in some more French beans, cucumber in the middle there, and then the courgette. It's looking a bit speckled, but it's not too bad. Starting to bed in. And then the tomatoes, they're going well in these little units, and we've got some flowers on. So overall, I'm happy enough with them. Some more peas around the outside. We got the garden pea, and then this is really thriving. That's the purple mange too. I think Shiraz really doing well. The spuds, I have to tie them in because they were getting so bulky. Again, looking well, nice, loads of flowers on. You can see they're in the grow bags and some buckets, and just have some twine around them, keeping them all together. They had started to flop a bit, but I think it was actually more just they went a bit dry one day. So I might scan around to focus in on the beetroot. Just the first thing I'm having a major issue with. Same thing happened to me last year. Just ask for a bit of advice on that. So at the back of the second bed we have the beetroot, which, as you can see, hopefully a lot of it is, the leaves are really getting, don't know whether it's a disease or they're getting eaten. Every one of them is affected. I know Ian had asked me if I put them in seed or in modules. I had grown them in modules, so I'm not sure if that makes a difference. So maybe you can see we are getting a small bit of growth, but overall they don't look too healthy. So it happened a little bit last year. It seems to be a lot worse this year. They were in a different bed. But maybe if anyone has any ideas, if I can put something on them, or is it better to take them out, or just let them go and see how they do. So that's the beetroot. So any help you can give me there, please add a comment. And I'll step back now and just show you the other smaller salad beds. So I had a problem last night with this part of the video, so I had to take it again, so just in case the light is different. Before we look at the salads and the back bed and a couple of problems there, these are the carrots all flying up. So the Nantes, the orange carrots, are looking well. And then these ones here on the right are a bit more sparse. These are cosmic purple. So last year the reds were the same. They seem to have a bit more problem. I don't know whether it's because of the seed quality. Jumping into the beds, then the salad beds, all looking good. Various lettuce and rocket and things. Spring onions. And then a few other things come up there from seeds straight into the bed, and then from the modules. So all fine. Keeping us going. The onions are starting to stand up and fill out. They're fairly tightly packed like last year, but they give us a good few small ones. And then some more lettuce. On the way then we have the strawberries and some more peas. Kohlrabi. Some of them are a bit bigger than others. It's not a major issue. I think we just take the big ones out later on. They're starting to head up. And then, as you can see, a bit of a disaster on the corn. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. I think the main thing here is I put them in with a small root ball, and the ones that are at the smallest have suffered most. I'm just going to leave them. I think we'll get a line or two, let the ones grow that do, and see what we get. And we can learn from it for next year. And then over on the right end we've got a few lines of golden ball turnip and Swede Helena, I think they're called. So that's that. So as I say, worst thing there is the corn, but we'll take it as a learning and we'll go on and see how it goes over the season. Some strawberries, sort of the fruit section if you want to call it that. Blackberries, raspberries. So overall, everything looking pretty good. So that's it from now for Mossy's mini allotment. Thanks again for tuning in. Fairly happy considering the late start I had and really getting the seeds in late and obviously the plants in late, so pretty happy. All starting to bulk out and fill in the small space. So again, if you have any comments or any help or any suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, thanks again. Slán.